Now, during today's ride, I was reminded of my late friend, Woody Midgley, Dave Midgley's dad, who used to have a saying, when you get to be old and you get to be tough, you're like a boiled owl. And sometime when I'm on one of these hot rides like today, I get home and I feel like a boiled owl. This was a boiled owl day. Now, like every bike in my collection, the MT09 is just a little bit different. I wanted to ultimately, when I finish my collection, which I think I have room for one more bike here, if I ever get to be, well, we'll see. I get a bike every 10 years. I try to get one from every 10-year period to try to round out my experience in the world of motorcycling. I don't have any really beyond it before the time I was interested in it, but I have one. This is the most modern one, and I have enjoyed the MT09. I did not expect to get it. It was a very unexpected, a long story, very unexpected when I got it, and Karen got it for me for my birthday, and unexpectedly, I have enjoyed every minute of it. So let me get it pre-flighted. We got a hot day and the wind is blowing out there already. I want to get back as soon as possible. Now, I try to ride every day. I try to pre-flight the bike, check the air, polish the bike, clean it up. But sometimes when I'm coming home on back the last half of the ride and it's really, really hot, I start to feel the memory of Woody Midgley and how he used to say we'd be out in the hot sun cooking away, and he'd say, when you get old, you'll find out what being tough is. You'll be a boiled owl. And boy, you know what? It was very funny thinking back over that. He was right. Now, if you're a subscriber, you know, recently I posted a video about Dave and, of course, Dave Midgley, and his dad, Woody, gave us a lot of inspiration over our lifetime. But boy, that thing of being a boiled owl, that stuck in my head. And I was just thinking, I am out in the hot sun today. And boy, if Woody was around, I could just hear his voice with that Massachusetts accent. Yeah. You'll be like a boiled owl when you get old. And you know what? I keep thinking he was right. He definitely was right. And this has been just an exceptionally hot summer, and we have done our best to wear out the quick shifter, wear out the tires. It just, in this hot weather, it really takes a lot of energy out of you to get a long ride in. And the MT09 gives you a great workout. You got to work every muscle in your body to get through these twisties at any kind of a decent speed. And you're so alert. The mental part of it is so alert that some car's not going to come around the block and whack you. Now, I use the motorcycles in my collection to, like people would use a gymnasium. I try to use them virtually every day that's rideable, and that consumes a lot of days of the year. And I try to get 2 to 3, sometimes 4 hours of riding in, and try to ride reasonably aggressively and safely, of course. But the most important thing is to get that workout. I'm going to be 79 very soon, and I want to stay in enough good shape that I can ride every single day possible. I really I'm putting a lot of effort into eating my veggies and working out with the motorcycles every day. I hate the thought of having to join a gym. I don't like jogging or walking, but I just love going out to the garage, picking a motorcycle, having an extra cup of coffee, and turning into a boiled owl. And what's amazing to me is when you're younger, well, when I was younger anyway, you always think you're going to be in good shape your whole life. You don't have to work on it. You don't have to spend any time or energy doing any exercises or eating veggies or whatever. But as you get older, you start to realize, uh-oh, I'm not winning this battle. The other team is winning the battle here. And Karen keeps me on my toes, makes me eat vegetables every day. A lot of it's coming from our garden already. And these motorcycles, and the MT09 in particular, they give you a workout. I don't know how many calories you burn, but it's a lot. Now, I recently had a stress test. I passed level 3 of a stress test. My cardiologist was very impressed, and he said, don't change your thing. Whatever you're doing, stay at that diet, stay at whatever you do to work out during the day, exercise. And so I have the approval of my cardiologist to, any day I want to, just go out to the garage and ride for 3 or 4 hours. Any of my friends who have ever taken this bike, I'm not sure it's unique in any way, taken it for a ride and put it through its paces a little bit, the first comment they always have, the first comment is, wow, that's a great engine with a great power band. Now, I even mentioned on a previous video that I was thinking about a Chrysler Hemi while I was riding a GS 1100, and yeah, every bike reminds you of something different. I'm not sure if this bike is a small block Chevy, well, I don't know, or what it is, but it's got a wonderful, wonderful power band, a great ability to take the gas and get that power to the rear wheel. And as you can imagine, most of the back roads where we ride have a good amount of shade on these really hot days when you're sitting like an owl in a tree just getting ready to boil. It's nice to have some ride in the shade. Now, I've had the MT09 just under 4 years now, and believe me, over my lifetime, especially when I was younger, I owned a lot of motorcycles and traded them in and swapped them and God knows what. And this bike, all I can say is right from day one, I fell in love with it. I've come to love it even more. The more miles I get on it and the longer I own it, the better I like it. Some of my friends hate to hear me go on and on about how much I like the bike, and they think I'm making it up, but I'm not. I really feel that way, and I feel I'd be dishonest if I didn't say that. And once you ride an MT09, you'll understand. Now, I had a person comment on a video that when I bought this, why didn't I buy an MT10? And I try to explain, that I already had an R1, and I already have an R1 with handlebars. And I wanted something a little bit lighter, a little bit more nimble, but when I bought it, I didn't realize how light feeling it is. To me, it is, and I've said it over and over, it rides like an RD400 with 3 engines. It's just hard to describe that. And I know that's why people, they look at me with a little skepticism, but it really is like an RD. Now, you may have different needs than I do in motorcycling, but for me, the needs I have and the roads that I ride on and how often I ride, this bike fits my needs absolutely perfectly. And after all the time and energy that I put into restyling it and making it my own and customizing it, making it unique, I just know for one thing for sure, I will have this bike till the day I die. Now, every bike in my collection, when I ride them, everyone's a little bit different. They bring back different memories, different thoughts. I don't know what there is about the collection I've managed to assemble over my lifetime. It suits my needs. I don't think I've missed any little segment of motorcycling that I really want to relive. And I can't include things like drag bikes and dirt bikes and things. I've got the best 7-bike, humble bike collection that suits my needs I think I could have ever assembled. And thinking back now, I am a boiled owl, and this boiled owl is ready to head back to the farm in Karen. So we are home from a wonderful ride, except of course it got hot at the end. It got really, really hot. Something I was hoping wouldn't happen, but I'm turning into a boiled owl, even if I wasn't one at the beginning of the ride. That whole thing with Woody Midgley is a true story, and as time goes by, I think he's right. We're all boiled owls. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit the like button if you did, and thank you so much for watching.